Now, is this 10 out of 10 a joke or not? I don't know. I legitimately don't know. Okay, the Soul interview has, I think, one big thing. This actually, I'm f***ing excited actually, because archaeology would match really well with Dragonflight, but the main focus has been primary professions. We can look forward to something cool there in the future. That means it is coming and hasn't been announced. Saying you can look forward to something cool in the future, that means it's a real thing. And I think way in the past,
it very much could mean there is the possibility of someone's talking about something they have planned but haven't actually put in the schedule and implemented yet. That's technically a possibility, but anyone who's saying this reasonably would say look forward to it as in we're working on it. The only question is it would match really well with Dragonflight, but our main focus is on professions. You'll see something in the future.
Well, no, it wasn't. It has been on.
Has been, yeah.
Past tense.
Basic
development of 10 or 9.0.
Yeah, I think basically what we're trying to get to here is, depending on how you read this, it could be a patch feature or it could be a next expansion feature.
I would you know what? I would really imagine a patch. The reason why is that this is framed within it fitting well in Dragonflight and that we can look forward to something cool there.
It reads like a great tease for a patch feature, right?
Yeah. And I think it's the sort of thing you should remember that going into these interviews, I mean, media training is a thing. Yeah. I've even done media training, which is quite hilarious because the mainstream media didn't really pick up and peel beyond things. Yeah. But that's okay because our wish lists are really fucking good anyway. Some mainstream media did actually. It was really cool. We ended up in Edge magazine.
Edge, yeah.
Yeah, it was just Edge magazine. There was Cuphead in the front and we're in it. We're like, what the fuck? That was really awesome. But anyway, they will have media training. They will, and the media training, by the way, that's just so that somebody doesn't do a whoops that they would regret later. Now, sometimes the media training is, the corporate control. Another aspect is you're often dealing with people who are not used to doing interviews. So media training will be like mock interviews. Like as an example, I did media training and that did involve me having questions about like sexual harassment and all that stuff from Blizzard. Like specifically about the Blizzard stuff be thrown at me, and it's like, well, yeah, I suppose if I was asked that, probably good. I've kind of done one or two dry runs with a PR firm. So that is, this is something I bring up to say, likely they will have a list of things they're allowed to tease, or they'll be on the same page. So that's why I think that's probably going to happen. And frankly, you have 736 people working in this game. I think archaeology could be in scope.
Yeah, I would mostly worry about setting expectations because they teased. It's like they could have teased the patch, could have teased the expansion. Until they say, we don't know. However,
we don't know.
However, I am in agreement that it reads very much like this is the patch feature tease.
Yeah, and if that seems like the likely thing, that honestly is the expectation that I would be comfortable holding them to, given that they're doing this in a pre-expansion hype cycle interview.
I mean, this is a very different world to like 6 or 10 years ago. You need to have features every patch to keep people playing. You look at other live service games and they're like, hey, here's a patch every like couple of months and it's full of crazy shit. You need to do that. So that's the expectation that not we're holding them to, but the audience will ultimately end up holding them to. Sorry, I should say the market will hold them to, because that's a little bit more impersonal.
Yeah.
The way I put it.